So Mr. Whitewall's is in Bedford, which is the centre of knot production, of course. Whenever I go to a town, I always think, well, what's the town noted for? The only thing I could think of was knots, because it's the knot that's on the cap badge of the Staffordshire Regiment. But other towns, now what can we think of? We've got Pontefract, which is where the licorice cakes come from. Eccles, where the Eccles cakes come from. Bakewell, where the tarts, or I think they like to say puddings, come from. What else have we got? Luton, that's where hats come from, isn't it? Yeah. Yeovil, that's where gloves come from, although there's somewhere else I think is noted for glove production. What else have we got? Cheddar, which is where the cheese comes from.
Street and shoes.
Yes, street is shoes. And Northampton, where you go to get yourself a nice pair of
That's
Oxford
a bit different
Crows.
shoes, Northampton to street.
If you ever meet anyone that comes from Northampton, always look at their feet and see what splendid shoes they've got on. What else have we got? We've done, Gloucester, where the cheese comes from. Cumberland, where the sausages come from. And of course Lincoln,
Biscuits.
where the biscuits, you can't get them out. You can. I've had Lincoln biscuits recently, but you've got to buy them from
Ireland.
Not Ireland, Ireland. What else have we got? What comes from where?
Kendal.
Kendal, where the mint cake comes from, which is really just a peppermint flavoured sugar cube, isn't it? Yeah. What else? There's not a Fudgeton, is there, where fudge comes from? No. Fudgeton?
No.
Bourneville, of course, is the centre of chocolate production, but that's only the one factory, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Where did we see the Weetabix factory?
That was on our way to... No, we saw the McCain's chip factory at Peterborough.
Did we see Weetabix?
Yes, we did, and I think that was near...
That was quite an exciting moment, wasn't it?
Where's the big barracks? Ketterick, I think. Yes, it was Ketterick. On our way to Ketterick, or through Ketterick. Sure. Tweed doesn't come from Berwick upon Tweed, though, does it? No. Caerphilly, there's a cheese that comes from Caerphilly. It's mainly cheese, isn't it? And then, of course, there's dogs. There are areas that are named after dogs. There's a Boston Terrier.
Yeah.
But is that Boston here, or is that Boston, Mass?
Mass.
Is it?
Yeah.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an American dog.
Yeah.
Oh, right. A Lakeland Terrier. You buy that from Lakelands, where all the plastic stuff comes from. What else have we got? Highland.
Scottish.
And a Skye Terrier, yeah.
Yeah, they all seem to be up Scotland way, don't they?
Yeah.
Up north, we don't seem to have many down south. What down south terriers do we have, or dogs?
Or dogs? No.
We don't have many. No, we've got Yorkshire Terrier.
There's a Bedlington Terrier.
Yeah, but Bedlington's not south.
No, and of course a Bridlington Terrier.
Yeah, it's quite rare. But
It is very rare, the Bridlington. I think the Bridlington Terrier is now extinct, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Which one's which? There's one called Morris. Well, what's Morris? Is he a Bedlington or a Bridlington?
I don't know.
What other dogs are there? Is there a deerhound?
Yeah.
Is there?
But that's not a place.
No, I think that comes from Berwick upon Tweed.
Well, a deerhound?
Look, because you got a deerstalker hat.
No.
And that would be made of tweed.
No.
So
No, you're struggling.
I am struggling to find... What other dogs are there that are noted for being from certain areas?
You have to do the
There's a
same.
Manchester Terrier.
No, I was going to do that one.
What else? A bloodhound. Would that come from a blood bank?
No.
No? What else have we got? There must be more dogs. Yorkshire Terrier. You go to Yorkshire, they're all roaming on the moors.
They've got
see
different
them.
sized legs, haven't they? From back to front.
No, that's... Oh yeah, they have. No, they've got one leg on, like haggis.
They are, aren't they?
The legs on one side of the body are longer than they are on the other side, so they can walk around the contours of the hills on the moors
Yeah.
and stay straight.
You don't often see them either, do you?
You don't, no. What are the dogs? Just turn the heater down. I've got the heater on. It's June and I've got the heater on. What other dogs are there from different areas?
I think they're nearly all terriers, aren't they?
Oh, there's a Barnsley chop.
You got Labrador.
Oh,
Not
there's Canada.
England, yeah, and you
And
got-
but was the dog named after the
Yeah.
area, or the area
Yeah,
named
no,
after the
dog.
dog?
I don't know.
What's the one that jumps in the water?
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Yeah, and you got St Bernard from the
From the Alps.
Alps.
And the tobacco.
Yeah.
What else have we got? I said Barnsley chop just a second
You
ago.
got
Back onto
Alsace in the
thing.
Alsatian.
That's the German Shepherd, yeah.
Yeah.
GSD. No, you got me now. There are probably going to be loads. As we think of them, we'll switch on and talk about them.
Can't think of any others.
No, I can't think of any others. There's not a Scouse Hound or anything like that then
No.
from Liverpool. No,
No. What about Patterdale? Is that a place?
I don't know.
Sounds like a place, doesn't it?
Well, it might be named after a person, Mr. Patterdale, who invented it.
Could be.
And what's the one? There's a Parsons Jack Russell.
Yeah, but we're now on to people, not places.
Yeah, we are.
We're doing places.
Dogs named after places. No,
You're doing food to start with, now we're
I
going on
know.
to
Well, I
dogs.
said I did mention Barnsley chop, didn't I?
Yeah.
What other places have got food named after? Did we do Cumberland sausages? I think we did, didn't we? That's the curly one, isn't that?
Yeah, they're not very nice really.
No, not very
They're
nice,
a bit
are
too
they?
sophisticated for us, aren't they?
They are just like a good old pork
Banger.
banger. A nice, thick Irish recipe pork banger. Oh, there's an Egyptian something or another, isn't
Pharaoh
there?
hound.
Is it a pharaoh? No, there's an Egyptian something hound. Isn't there? There's an Egyptian pharaoh hound.
I don't know, there's a Pharaoh hound, but that's named after a person, not a place.
Well, it's named after the pharaoh, I suppose, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
are there the Faroe Isles? No?
No.
Okay, well, we've exhausted that particular topic of mirth then, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, press on. Here we go.